And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we are rocking and rolling live with the live stream, because that's how live streams work. They go live, and then they're live, and you have a live stream. Anyway, Luke with the DM Lair, we are doing an adventure creation live stream tonight. And we started this adventure, the Beholden Temple, about 2 months ago together, and we have slowly been making some progress on it, and my hopes are that tonight we will finish the adventure together. I mean, that's my hope. I'm mildly optimistic. We're going to see how well we do. Tonight, one of the first things we're going to do tonight is we're going to roll loot. We have not rolled any loot on the loot tables or anything for this adventure, and so we're going to tackle that tonight. That's going to be the first thing that we're going to do. And then we're going to continue going through the adventure, building out the rest of the rooms and whatnot. So if you're a veteran DM, then like this might be your thing and you totally dig this. If you're a new DM, you might dig this as well. My point here is that if you haven't built out an adventure before, then this might be mildly interesting to you to see how another DM builds out adventures, because most dungeon masters at some point or another are going to build their own adventures. And so doing this collaboratively together, and you can see the actual process behind it and everything that I do might be mildly useful to you. Before we jump into all that kind of stuff, I did have a few things that I wanted to make sure I mentioned in this little intro here. First thing is that if you're catching this on the replay, or if you're live with us tonight, the next stream is probably going to be like 2 weeks from now, unless I decide to do an impromptu Friday one. I know last Friday I was like, you know what? I want to do like a question and answer stream. And we did a question and answer stream, which actually had lots of people show up. It was one of my most popular streams. So I guess you guys like the Q&A streams that we do. So we'll probably do some more of those. I enjoy those ones the most. Anyway, the regular cadence is every 2 weeks. Might do more. I mean, they're fun. They're cool and stuff like that. So 2 weeks from now, definitely going to do another one. Hopefully we will finish up the adventure creation, this thing here. Probably not in this stream, but I'm hoping for the next one that we'll be able to finish it up. That's my goal, so we'll see how that goes. Downloads. All right, so down in the description below, I swear, one of these days I will learn how to talk. Down in the description, there is a link to the adventure that we are currently working on. It's called the Beholden Temple. It is on like my Google Drive, so you are welcome to download it. I mean, if you're live with us, you can follow along with it if you want to. If you're catching this on the replay, you can download it and see what's going on. I will keep it up to date, and when we are totally finished with this adventure, it will be downloaded. I mean, it will be there in that link, and you can download it, you can use it. It's just a Word document, so you can modify it as you please. One of the goals here with this is to give you all an adventure that you can use or modify however you want. So that's one of the goals here. So that is down there in the description. We are going to recap the storyline of the adventure really quickly at one point here, just a little bit. I want to make sure everybody kind of knows the general idea of the adventure that we're creating, but I'm not going to go over every little last thing, because then we wouldn't have any time to actually create more. So, but before we do that, I do want to first thank Justin over at Random Encounters, because this dude gave me the map that we're using tonight. I want to show you the map, so I'm going to pull up the map that we are going to be using tonight. This is the map right here. We have been filling in. I have it opened up in Photoshop, and we've just been filling it in a little bit. So, but I want to give this guy some love, because whoops, what am I doing? I want to give this guy a little shout out and a plug, because he gave me a map that I can use with you all, and so he deserves a little bit of a plug, I think. This is his Patreon, Random Encounters. There's a link to this down in the description if you want to check him out. Now here's the thing. This dude makes maps for free. Like almost every day he has a new post out with a new map. And like that's pretty legit. So you don't even have to give him any money if you just want free maps. That's pretty cool. And he has a little thingy over on Drive-Thru-RPG as well. You guys can get some. He has a lot of these map collections that he has are pay what you want, so you can get them for free, and then give him some money if you think they're cool and stuff. So anyway, I wanted to plug him because he gave me a free map to use tonight, and that is worth something in my book. So I hope you forgive the little plug thingy, and then we'll get back to our regularly scheduled program. Uh-oh. I just clicked the wrong button, and now my computer is opening up Premiere. It thinks I want to do video editing. I don't want to do video editing tonight. Anyway, there is our map, and there is back to the full camera thing. And, oh, I'm at 2,500 subs now, so that's cool. I think I'll probably have to do one of those mandatory, like, you know, thank you all videos, which I will do probably. So anyway, thanks everybody for supporting the channel, subbing, and doing all that cool stuff. I do appreciate it. It's cool to see the channel growing and getting bigger and stuff. You know, that's awesome. It means that I'm giving more value to more people. You know, all of my advice videos and how-tos and all of this junk that hopefully people find valuable is being spread to a wider audience. So that's really cool. My computer is still opening up Premiere. I'm actually in the process of getting an upgrade. I ordered a bunch of RAM that is en route to install on my computer, so things will be faster. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. So that'll be awesome. All right, let's take a look and see who is in the house tonight. Philip is with us. What up, dude? Sven Silverman, welcome. Cameron, what up, man? Who else we got? Elder Knight, good to see you. Eric, man, I'm gonna attempt your last name, Eric. I have no guarantees that I'm gonna get this right. Ihim Izel. I did my best. Sorry if I butchered that. Joshua's in the house. What up, dude? Good to see you, man. Are you with us tonight, Josh? Are you broadcasting us somewhere like Best Buy or something? Or are you going to be with us tonight? Are you working? This dude works like a maniac. One of these days, Josh will actually be able to like join us for a live stream and not be working. I'm looking forward to that. Elder Knight in the house. I think I already said Elder Knight. Brandon O'Brien, what up, dude? Good to see you. Paul Schreiber is in the house. And Premiere's booting up. Premiere is booting. You see how long it takes Premiere to start up on my computer? My computer is so slow. Anyway, let's see. Joel is in the house. Welcome. Oh, sweet. So Joshua is actually here for once. I am glad to hear that, dude. I'm so glad that you can join us. I'm glad Joel's one of my patrons over on Patreon. Fist bump to Joel. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate the support, man. So it looks like Premiere has now booted up. So we could do some video editing tonight if you guys are all interested in seeing how I edit my videos, but I don't think that's terribly interesting to most people. So we're just going to close that and say goodbye to Premiere. Thank you, Premiere. That was my fault. I misclicked. I was trying to hit Photoshop and I hit Premiere. That's just life, I guess. All right, I think I saw a question. I think somebody's already derailing, but I provoked it. I mean, it's over here. That's the wrong side. It's over here on the screen that says, I'll get that pointer right. It says to ask a question if you want. So that's always an option. You can always ask a question and derail the live stream, and we'll talk about some other random D&D stuff. Totally always a legit option. And I think somebody already did that. So let's see what he said. Elder Knight said, how do you feel about running DOT, MM, and DH together at the same time? If I knew what those abbreviations stood for, I'd have an answer for you. Could you clarify? And then I'll get back to you. Sorry, I don't know what they'll stand for, dude. All right. Yes, tactical coffee. So we have established the tactical coffee. When I need to think or when I'm thirsty or something, tactical coffee. So anyway, while he's getting back to us about that question, what I want to do now is we're going to go through the storyline of the adventure that we have so far. And I'm going to go over to the screen here. And you can see here, this is the Word document that is down in the description. You can download this, open it up, look at it at your leisure if you are so inclined. Basically, this is the storyline right here. I don't know how many of you have been following this stream and how many of you are new. So I think it's important to give you an overview of what the adventure is currently about. And I'm mostly going to read this to you verbatim. It's not too long, but basically we have a necromancer, Malik Fargazer, and a group of cultists. All worshippers of Orcus are attempting to summon Orcus into the body of a mind witness. So we're summoning Orcus. I mean, not terribly inventive, but I don't care. I think cliches, tropes, blah, 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 whatever are fine. We're rolling with it. The cultists believe that if they summon Orcus, he will begin his reign on the prime material plane and reward them. The cultists have created lots of undead that are plaguing the countryside, capturing townsfolk. There's a mind witness and an oblex, ublex. I'm pretty sure I've struggled with the pronunciation of that word many, many times on the stream, and I'm sure I'll continue to do so. They're stealing memories from the townsfolk that are captured by the undead. The townsfolk are almost always released to return to their farms, only with most of their memories missing. The necromancer is siphoning the memories stolen to fuel the magic of an ancient, and here we go, here's where I'm going to get my pronunciation test again, an ancient Necronomicon. I think I got that. Which, when fully fueled, can summon Orcus. And we have a couple of motivations here for why the Mind Witness and the Ublex, whatever, is working with the Necromancer. So there we go. That's the basic storyline. And we have a bunch of stuff. I'm not reading through all of this, okay? But we have a bunch of legitimate stuff already worked out, already typed out here that we have done during the storyline. So you can see as I scroll through here, scrolly, scrolly, scrolly. There's a lot of stuff here, which is good. I mean, I think we're making lots of good progress. First thing we're going to do tonight, though, is this bad boy right here. That's the loot list. We're going to roll up the loot because I think we're at the point now that we need to start placing. A lot of times I'll roll up loot at the very beginning of an adventure. I'll roll it up like maybe in the middle of the adventure. I'll roll it up when what's the English word? Cuando tengo las ganas. That's what I'm trying to say. When I feel like it. When I feel like it, I will roll up the loot. And tonight, I'm like, you know what? I'm about ready to roll up the loot. So tonight, we are rolling up loot. And what I do is, as I'm creating the different rooms, I'll just kind of reference the loot list. I'll grab a few things. I'll put it in a room. My goal is to roll up the loot into one big pile here. And then as we develop the adventure, we will scatter that loot throughout the adventure. So that as the players go from room to room, enemy to enemy, they're going to slowly be getting some of that loot that was, dropped in the adventure. We don't put the loot in like one big huge golden chest in like the enemy boss's room. We generally don't do that. Now, it does make sense that the enemy boss might have the magic item on him, right? Or some nice big jewels or something. He might have a treasure room where a lot of the loot is located. Those things are logical, right? But as a general rule, I like to scatter loot throughout the adventure. I think that is realistic for various reasons, and it also encourages your players to explore the entire dungeon, right? To make sure that they don't miss anything. So I think there are various reasons for that. Anyway, we're gonna roll some loot, which will be fun. All right, I'm going to look at the chat real quick here, see what's going on around. True Mate in the house. What up, True Mate? How you doing, man? Elder Knight says, can't get much more classic than Necromancers trying to summon a Demon Lord and the heroes trying to stop him. Yeah, dude. Classic D&D. I love that crap. All right. Kreeboo, what up? How you doing, buddy? Glad you could make it. All right, we're going to roll loot. And to roll loot, we're going to head over to the Dungeon Master Guide. Because when I roll loot, I usually just roll off the tables of the Dungeon Master Guide. Occasionally, I'll do something a little different, but most of the time I just roll the tables. I've been rolling the tables for loot for as long as I've been playing 5th edition. 3-4 years? I don't remember at this point. It's been a while. I've just always rolled off the tables, and it's always seemed to work pretty well, and I like it. So that's how we roll around here. Flying Wrath is in the house. What up, Flying Wrath? All right, rolling loot. Let's do some loot rolling. Oh, that is a beautiful sound. That is a sound. That is a sound that all players of Dungeons and Dragons love. The clatter of dice. I have my dice rolling tray, courtesy of one of my players, Ted. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate the dice tray. I love the dice tray, by the way. I'm using this thing all the time now, so this thing rocks. The dice in it, the dice in it are courtesy of my player Ted too. He like gives me tons of crap, like literally, like, half my miniature collection. Most of the beer I drink at like the game sessions. Ted, you're the man. Thanks, buddy. Anyway, moving on. Let's roll some crap. All right, we're going to find a loot table. Oh, you know what we should do? I never told you guys this. In my summary of what this adventure is about, we never talked about the level of this adventure, which is important when you're rolling loot. So this is designed for 4 level 3 characters. So we're looking at level 3 characters tonight, which is important when we are rolling loot. So what we're going to do, we don't want, so I'm in the Dungeon Master Guide, we do not want the individual treasure. We want to roll on a treasure hoard. Now, this is important. I'm going to take a look at this real quick for you guys, because there are actually rules in here that tell you about how many times you should roll on the treasure hoard tables for your games. And it's on page 133 of the Dungeon Master Guide. And it literally says, you can hand out as much or as little treasure as you want. Over the course of a typical campaign, a party finds treasure hoards amounting to 7 rolls. I should zoom in a little bit. Zoomy. 7 rolls on the challenge 0 to 4 table, 18 rolls on the challenge 5 to 10 table, 12 rolls on the challenge 11 to 16 table, and 8 rolls on the challenge 17 plus table. And I crap you not, I literally have a spreadsheet for all of my games that I keep track of how many times I've rolled on the tables and how much loot I've given them. And I follow these guidelines. So far, it seems to work pretty well. My players are usually rolling in gold by the time they get to like maybe 10th level or so, and I just make sure I give them stuff to spend it on. And they have enough magical items to make them feel like they have something to use, but they're not swimming in magic items to the extent that it's like, well, just too many of them, you know. So I like these guidelines here. I use them, so I mean, yeah, they're good. They're good. Use them if you feel like it, or do your own thing. But anyway, that's a little side tangent. What we're going to do tonight is we're going to roll on the treasure hoard table for 0 to 4 right here, because this is a level 3 adventure, and so we're going to roll on the 0 to 4 treasure hoard table. And how many times would I normally roll on this for a given adventure? It depends. Like, I'm going to reference my spreadsheet and see how many times roughly I have remaining to roll, and how close they are to like moving into rolling on the challenge 5 to 10 treasure table. And I'll just pick a number. For this one, I like the number 2. Let's roll on this thing twice. Now, what I like to do too is when I'm creating my adventures, I like to make a note here, as you can see, that tells people how many times I rolled on the table. I do this for the adventures that I write for myself as well, because I think it's a good note for me or something, I guess. So anyway, that's just how I do it. And we're going to roll on it twice, and so now we have that note there. And we're going to go back to the Dungeon Master Guide, and we're going to roll on this. And, I mean, you can't see my dice, so you're going to have to trust me. I would never cheat rolling dice. Never. We got another question. Oh, that's right. I asked you to clarify. Oh, Dungeon of the Mad Mage and Dragon Heist. So the original question was... I'm like teasing out rolling loot. The original question was, what do you think about running them together, right? Together at the same time. I mean, I'm assuming that what you mean by running them together is that first you're going to run Dungeon Heist with a group, right? And then after you run Dungeon Heist, where's Dungeon of the Mad Mage? I gotta have the props. I mean, if I don't have the props, you know what I mean? What's it worth? So, what do I think about it? Well, I mean, I'm doing exactly that for one of my groups. My Manus Invictus group is going to be running first Dragon Heist, and then after we're done with that, we're going to go into Dungeon of the Mad Mage. So, I think that means that I think it's a good idea. I mean, Dragon Heist is really cool. Dungeon of the Mad Mage is also really cool. They're very, very different. Dragon Heist is not a dungeon crawl by any means. It's a really interesting city adventure, whereas Dungeon of the Mad Mage is like an old school dungeon crawl, but it's a cool one, and they did a whole bunch of little things in there that I think are really awesome. And so yeah, I think it's great. I hope that's what you were asking. I would do it. I think it's really good. I think they were designed to be run together. You know what I mean? So they are very different though. So. Flying Wrath says, question, do you record any of your games and post them? So I have another channel called the DM Lair Actual Play. I'll just type it in here. DM Lair Actual Play. That's the name of the channel. I have most of my game sessions up until recently are up there. I recently made a decision to stop uploading my game sessions to that channel. And the reason I decided to stop doing it is, first of all, most people are not very interested in watching actual plays. The only actual plays that really get any traction are like Critical Role and stuff that like maybe Perkins runs, or there are some of these really big channel or really big like actual plays, you know, that will get lots of people watching them. But for the most part, they don't get a lot of traction because the honest truth is that most of the time watching ordinary people play Dungeons and Dragons is not super interesting. So they usually don't get a lot of views and stuff. Even big channels, if you even look at big channels, D&D channels, their actual play videos don't even perform that well because it's not something most people are interested in. And so recently I am super busy running 4 different games, okay, making my weekly videos, and then trying to do some other things on the side. And I have a family, wife and a daughter and stuff like that. And so recently I just had to make a decision, you know, I'm really tight on time and something has to go. And the actual plays had the lowest return on investment right now, the lowest ROI. So that was the thing that I'm like, gotta go. And so those have been cut for now. So I used to, and there's a bunch of stuff out there. So, but there will be no further ones, I don't think. Unless there's a large public outcry or something, which I doubt. Because nobody subscribes to that channel and nobody watches that stuff, so. Ted Berger, what up, dude? Ted, you know what? I just got done giving you like a mega shout out to everybody here for like giving me the dice tray, giving me the dice, supplying most of the beer for our game sessions, giving me like half of the miniatures and stuff that I have. So yeah, you just got like a huge shout out, and you weren't even here, man. You just totally dissed the live stream. I don't know what you're doing, man. Yeah, it's not cool, dude. Oh, wait, I mean, yeah, you're awesome. Bring me more stuff. All right, we're going to get back on track here. Back on track. All right, cool, Ted. I'm looking forward to it. Ted's character just died 2 game sessions ago. Ted and another guy. Both of their characters just got a couple game sessions ago, and so he's rolling up a new character. I think he has about 5 or 6 new characters rolled up, and having some difficulty trying to decide which one, as I understand it. So we'll see. All right, cool. Let's roll. We're gonna roll some loot. Rolling some loot on the treasure table. All right, here we go. So first roll. So the way this works, if you need an explanation, we're first going to roll the number of coins. Now, honestly, I almost never roll the number of coins. All I usually do is I take the average amount, but we'll roll it tonight. We're going to roll... See, this is dumb. 60. I got to roll 66, and I got to count it up. That's so lame. I'm going to sit here, and I'm going to roll 66. You know, 9, 10, 13, and then 18. So 20. I got 20. I rolled 20, and times it by 100, what do I get? 2,000. Right? And what's the average? 2,100. This is why I just take the averages of the coin amounts, because it's not worth my time rolling dice and adding it up. So anyway, we're going to roll on this twice, which means that we're going to get like 4,200 gold pieces. So let's go back to our loot list. And I'm just going to start writing these down. We got 4,200 copper pieces. It's not gold pieces. It's copper pieces. That was a misspeak. Is that a word? Is misspeak a word? I don't think that's a word. And we're gonna double the average amount of silver pieces, which is gonna be 2,100 silver pieces. We will write that down here. And then where's my thingy-mabobber? We're gonna double the amount of gold pieces, which is gonna be 140 gold pieces. And there we go. Now we know how much gold to hand out over the course of the adventure. And, oh yeah, Ted says gravity dice. Precision balanced, best dice you can buy. I mean, they're slick dice. They're super slick, dude. I love these things. I'm looking forward to killing lots of players. I mean characters with those dice. All right, rolling the loot list. Rolling the loot list. I have a feeling today it's going to be a night of distractions, and we're going to get like nothing done on this adventure. Great. All right, now the next thing we're going to do here is, I'm going to zoom in a little bit so y'all folks with like bad vision can see what's going on here. Now what we're going to do is, without my contacts, I'm like blind. Like probably not legally blind, but like cannot function as a normal adult. Let's put it that way. So the next thing we got to do is we got to roll a D100, and that is going to tell us which line here we are going to pull from. And this is where sometimes I cheat, because if I roll really low and it's super lame, I might pretend that that roll never happened and roll again so that I can get a higher number and get some magical items and stuff. Because to be honest, the magic items, like in this table here, the 0 to 4 table, and these lower tables, table A, B, C, the magic items on those tables aren't that big of a deal. You know what I mean? Most of them are consumable magic items, and so we can just give those things out. It's not a big deal. We're not talking like, you know, actual, real, powerful magic items. So I might cheat a little bit from time to time on these tables. That's just the way it works. So let's roll our D100 and see what we got. Hot. Woo! It fell. It didn't want to roll. Paul's like blaming it on the contacts. I will blame all of my mistakes on something. I will never take responsibility for wrongdoing. That would be irresponsible of me as a human being. All right, I got a 95. Crap you not, I got a 95. See, look at 9 and then a 5. Totally legit. Totally legit. Screw gravity, he floats away. He's floating away. All right. What's a 95? A 95 is high. High is usually really good. So we get 2d6 50 gold piece gems, and then we get to roll 1d4 times on magic item table F. All right, that's pretty cool. Let's figure out our gems. Let us pop over here. How many gems? How many gems? 7 of them. Well, 2d6. So we can actually roll the 2d6. Make this interesting. I rolled a 1 and a 1. So guess what? Y'all got screwed. Instead of 7 gems, the average, you got 2 of them. All right, so we got 2 gems, 50 gold pieces each. Now, what you can do is, if you want to know exactly what type of gems these are, there are tables. There are gem tables here that we can roll on. We might as well do it for kicks, since I'm already scrolling over to them, right? And here is our 50 gold piece gem table. And we're going to just roll a d12 to determine the type of gem that these are. It's a 1. So these are bloodstones. And so we'll go back over here and we'll say 2 bloodstones. And then we're going to say, parenthetically, gems worth 50 gold pieces each. Bam. All right, rock and roll on that. And then we're going to go back to our, what did we say? We get to do 1d4, scrolly. We get to do 1d4 times on magic table F. So, uh-oh, my alarm's going off. All right, so before we roll on magic table F and figure out what cool magic items we're going to do, I'm going to do a quick little plug of another friend of a channel, one of the allies of the DM Lair. Want to let you guys know that this Kickstarter right here looks pretty freaking sweet. Not sponsored or anything. I just really like this dude's work. Both of these dudes' work is pretty cool. So I put a link to this Kickstarter down in the description if you guys want to check it out. It is not live yet. It's just out for preview. Okay, Broadsword magazine. I mean, it's got like, it's going to have adventures in it. It's going to have new 5th edition monsters, spells, magic items, subclasses. I'm reading from the page. I'm not very creative. But check it out. I think it looks pretty legit. I mean, I know the work that this dude does. It's DM Dave is one of the guys on it. Dungeon Master Dave has this like blog site it's just dmdave.com. He cracks out tons of awesome crap. And this guy right here, the David Russell dude from the Random Encounters, does like the maps and stuff in it. So I have very high hopes this is going to be pretty sweet. So feel free to check it out. All right, that's the plug. That's done. We're done with the plug, and we're going to go back to our regular scheduled program. There we go. All right, sweet. Let's see. We're gonna roll a magic table F. Magic table F. Magic table F. Where did magic... Whoa, whoa, whoa. I got the wrong screen up. I can't find my stuff. All right. Magic table F. All right. We need to roll a 1d4. I hate 1d4s. 1d4s are dumb. I swear. Like, Gygax was like... I don't know where did they get the idea for the 1d4? They're like caltrops, you know? I think they just had bags of these. And so, like, when they were playing Dungeons and Dragons, you know, if, like... I don't know if they're, like... somebody like busted in on them and they had to run away, they could just like throw the 1d4s out behind them, you know, and then people couldn't catch them. I don't know. All right, 1d4 times. Ted says, will they be endorsed by Wizards of the Coast? I don't think so. To my knowledge, they don't have any affiliation with Wizards at all. To my knowledge, they're probably just going to be using the open game license, you know what I'm saying, to be able to roll up the adventures and stuff. That's my suspicion. I'm pretty sure they don't have any affiliation with them. I don't think so, at least. But I could be totally wrong. I have no idea. Where was I? 1d4. Yes. 1d4. 1d4. Here we go. That's the 4. That's what we want. We want the 4 because 4 means more magic items. I got a 1. I got a 1. Ah! Oh, they got screwed. All right. That's why I hate 1d4s. 1d4s don't roll. Like you can like, well, it kind of rolls. You got to make sure it like actually hits the side of it. You know what? That was a bad roll. Like literally, I dropped it. I dropped the die, and everybody knows that like when you roll in a dice tray, it has to like ping off from like 2 of the corners, like or 2 of the sides to actually be a legitimate roll. And so I think that it is the only responsible thing to do is to re-roll this die. So here we go. I don't want to do like a misroll and like keep it because that wouldn't be cool. I got a 4. Look at that. Look. 4. Can you see that? 4. Totally got a 4. All right, sweet. So we're gonna roll 4 times on Magic Item Table F. There we go. I am not cheating. I swear to you, I'm not cheating. I would never cheat. That would be immoral and sinful and any other word you want to make of it. Where's Magic Table F? Let's zoom out a little bit, Luke, and that will make it easier to find. Magic Item Table F. This involves some scrolly business. Scrolly. Here we go. Ooh. You guys see these items? Like, this looks legitimately cool. They're gonna get, these dudes are gonna get some loot in this adventure. Oh man. All right, here we go. What do we got? So we're gonna roll a D100, and we're gonna find out what is going on. Where's my D100? Apparently, I don't know what D10s look like. All right, here we go. I got a 6. All right. What is a 6? A 6 is a weapon plus 1. All right. We need to determine what kind of weapon it is, and we're going to do that randomly because that is the proper way to determine types of weapons. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the player's handbook, and we're going to roll this randomly, and we will determine what kind of weapon this is. Now, here's the thing. You could just pick a +1 weapon that one of your players can use. Like if you got a guy that uses long swords or maces or something, you could just say it's a +1 longsword or +1 mace. Totally DM prerogative. For the longest time, that's what I generally would do to make sure that my players got something they could use. Recently, though, I've shifted away from that, and I kind of just like rolling it randomly, and then it's often something they can use. If it's not something they can directly use, then they have to be a little bit inventive. If it's a magic item that they want to use, then they might have to switch their normal things up. So I have begun doing it that way. I think that makes things a little more interesting, and it's more realistic, to be perfectly honest. Not that everything in the game is about realism. Let's be honest about that too. Lots of the rules are contrived for the purposes of gameplay. Anyway, I'm going to the equipment chapter, and we're basically gonna take a rough count after we scroll a little bit. Come on, man. There we go. We're going to do a rough count of how many weapons there are, and then I'm going to roll some dice, and that's going to determine, like, which weapon it is. And we're definitely, I think we at least have 20 things on here. So let's see what we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, wow. Yeah, we have well over 20. We have like probably about 30 different things on here. So this isn't totally like legitimate, but I'm just going to take a D10 and I'm going to take a D20 and we're going to roll it. And I know that like skews probability and all of that kind of stuff. So recognize that, but we're just going to do it and call it a day. It's still random, even if the probability is not like perfect like odds for each item on the list. I got a 6. All right, what's a 6, ladies and gentlemen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a light hammer. A light hammer plus 1 is what we got going on. Light hammer plus 1. Bam. Probably not the best magic item to get. But it is what it is. And obviously, you know, the dungeon master who uses this adventure is welcome to change it if he wants to. I probably would. But we have 3 other rolls on magic item table F, so all is not lost. Where are we going? Where am I going? Where am I going? Dungeon Master Guide. Here we go. A lightsaber. There are no lightsabers. There's a rapier, which isn't really like a saber. Nice background. Oh, I haven't even been reading your guys' chat. Give them a ring of wishes or a sword of luck. At level 3? No way, man. Paul says, I'll bet Gary made a table and D4 was one of the options and he rolled that and then made some. Uh-huh. All right. I didn't see any questions. I just wanted to scan real quick to see if anybody had any questions in there. Because if you got a question, then ICSPPS. Ixips. That's the pronunciation. Hey, dude, day's been going pretty well. It was a good day at work. Got some crap done. So yeah, it's good. I like it. How's your day doing? How's your day doing? How is your day doing? Again, proper English. I'm actually a profession. My day job, my profession is that I'm a writer, right? I'm a technical writer. I specialize in communications and probably video work now at the place where I work. So you wouldn't know that by the way I speak. Anyway, let's roll on table F. Rolling on table F. This is how we roll on table F. Oh wait, I'm rolling a D4. That's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Let's actually get some percentile dice. That's gonna work a little better. I got a 25. All right, 25 is Boots of Elven Kind. Cool. Those are nice. Boots of Elven Kind. And I like this too because we have a magic item that's probably for a fighter type maybe, and then a magic item that's probably going to go to the rogue or a ranger or something like that. So I like that crap. Laundry Bromos! What's going on, Bromos? Good to see you, dude. Good to see you in the stream. Dude, we got lots of people in here that have been like in a lot of the streams. You know, lots of what do you want to call them? Regulars. And I think some new folks too. That's cool. Good stuff. All right, let's get together. Oh, we're rolling. We're gonna roll again. I can't find my PDF program. It's like it's got this weird icon down in the little bar down below that doesn't look like a PDF program. And so like I'm always like, where is this thing? I can't find it. All right, rolling again. Percentile dice. I got a 70. 70 is a bag of tricks, rust. Okay. I mean, I have a bag of tricks, rust. I have like a rough idea. I have a rusty idea. I don't know if that pun worked. It might have just been lame. Give me a thumbs up if that pun was not lame. Give me a thumbs down if that pun sucked. I have a feeling I just got some thumbs down on the video. By the way, if you, I mean, thumbs ups and thumbs downs are like good. It's good for like, there's this deity. There's this like YouTube deity called the algorithm. And we worship the algorithm by thumbs up and thumbs downs. And worshiping the algorithm is good for the channel. So I fully encourage you guys to do a little bit of worshiping of the algorithm. Thumbs ups and thumbs downs. And YouTube secret, thumbs downs are just about as good as thumbs ups as far as like channel engagement and crap goes. So either one, good. Love it. Oh, and by the way, if you want to share this stream out somewhere, like on Twitter or like, where else would you share it? Facebook and crap like that, to get some more folks and get some awareness, I would totally appreciate that. So, yeah, there you go. There's some more plugs for you. All right, moving on. What were we doing? Oh, you know what I was going to do? I was going to look at the Bag of Tricks Rust, because I'm not super familiar with what that does. And so I was interested in actually, like, finding it. Bag of... My monitor just goes black. Bag of Tricks. Let's search for that. Let's see if our PDF program can find it. Oh, it's in the table. Let's find the next one. Find the next one. Here we go. Bag of Tricks. Cool. Oh, that's right. This is the one where you reach inside of it and you pull out a fuzzy object, and that fuzzy object becomes like a creature. Okay, that's cool. I like that. Those are fun. I think I just gave one of those out to one of my... Did I give one of those out to one of my players in one of my groups not too long ago? I think I did. Or maybe it was his starter item. It might have been something he started with. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, Volt, what up, dude? I'm like, you all look at me like, Luke looks confused. Why did he go quiet and look confused? Well, Fox, it looks like Volt Fennec Fox has a question, and I'm trying to read your question. I don't quite understand it. It sounds like he, she, I don't know. I can't tell by your name whether which pronoun I should use to refer to you. I'm sorry. Volt is wondering if being banished from your clan, home, village, etc., because you are gay is a good backstory. Sure. I mean, if that's what you... I don't see any reason why that's not a good backstory. You know, I would rock that on, dude. No problem, dude. I'd be fine with that as a backstory. Yeah. All right, cool. Thanks for the clarification. So like as a writer, as like a grammar dude, most of the time, except when I'm like making up words because I don't know English that well. I don't like to say they, because it's not grammatically correct, because it's one person singular and they is plural. And I know that the singular they is like a thing in like, you know, usage nowadays, but like I usually don't speak like that. And I'm sure you don't care about that, because this is a D&D stream, not a Grammarly stream. Although they should totally sponsor me. Anyway, where were we? We're going to roll some magic items. All right. Don't get me talking about grammar. You don't want me to sidetrack the stream on grammar. That would not be productive. I mean, it might be productive for some of us, but most of us would just be like, click off. Let's go to some other dude who's streaming tonight. Magic table F. Come on. You know what? You know what I should actually do? I should like write the page numbers down so that I could just like jump to them real quick. You know, if I were smart, I would do something like that. What page is it? 146. All right, so next time we know we go to 146. And how many magic items have we done so far? 3 of them. We've done 3 of them, so we're going to do 1 more. All right, cool. Let's do another one. I need to get a drink first. Y'all think this is coffee. All right, here we go. Rock and roll. Woo! Percentile dice. I got a 37, which is a Cloak of Protection. Cloak of Protection adds a +1 to your armor class, which is super useful, especially at level 3. That's pretty cool. Cloak. There we go. Cloak of Protection. Awesome. Love it. All right, we're not done, you guys. We totally 100% have to roll again on the magic item loot list. Which one was it? Scrolling! I gotta get my act together. Alright, here we go. We're gonna roll again, because remember, we're gonna roll twice on this magic table. The Treasure Hoard Challenge 0 to 4. And we only rolled once so far on the gems and the magic items. So we're gonna do that right now. I'm like really thirsty. Do you know why I'm thirsty? I'm thirsty because I intentionally haven't been drinking any water or anything leading up to the stream, so that I'm not like always wanting to run to the bathroom, which makes me thirsty. But it helps me not run to the bathroom all the time. There's probably some like trick that streamers have to not have to use the bathroom all the time. I don't know what it is. Anyway, that's not why we're here. So let's get on track. I'm like the king of distractions here. All right, rock and roll. We're gonna roll percentage dice to see which of these lines we're gonna roll on. What do we got? 35. A 35. Oh, look at that. That's kind of lame. We only got some gems, but to be perfectly honest, we rolled 4 times on table F and got some kicking magic items. So I think we have enough magic items in this adventure. That's a lot of magic items and pretty decent magic items to get from a low-level adventure. So I'm not gonna like pretend. I'm not gonna re-roll. I'm not gonna cheat this time. We're just gonna go with these gems. So 2d6 gems. Actually, you know what? Let's see what the chat says. Give me a hashtag roll again if you want me to roll again to see if we get something more interesting. Give me a hashtag cheaters suck if I should keep my original roll. Let's see what you guys want to do. Economy of Action is in the house. What up, dude? Hey man, just getting ready for my game. Figured I'd wish you good luck. Hope it's a great evening, mate. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Good luck at your game. Economy of Action has a YouTube channel, guys. I recommend you check him out. Some pretty legitimate stuff. Some pretty interesting videos. Like I really enjoy his the video quality and crap like that. So go check him out, guys. It was pretty interesting. I just found him like this week or something, and I was like looking at his stuff, and I'm like, cool. So yeah, there you go. Go check him out. Good luck at your game, man. Let us know how it goes if you kill anybody or not. I don't know why that's important. I actually, I probably give the impression to some people that like I'm this like lethal dungeon master and I'm like killing all of my players' characters. I actually don't do that very often at all. It rarely happens in my games. I just like joking about it. So there you go. I'm getting some roll agains, and then I got a cheaters suck, and I got another roll again. Cameron says, now every time I watch a long stream, part of me is going to be thinking about their impressive display of bladder control. Yeah, dude, totally. Like, I wonder, you know what? Like things like Critical Role or the Chain, the Matt Colville one, they go for like a while, and I don't know if I've ever seen like. Sometimes I notice that one of them is gone, but for the most part, like they're there most of the time, so I don't know what they got going on. They just probably don't drink water, or they have like get some food in their stomach, before they start drinking, and maybe that helps or something. I don't know. I'm sure there's some pro trick. Anyway, I heard 3 rolls again and 1 cheater suck. So I guess I'm going to be rolling again because only one person thinks that cheaters suck. All right, we'll roll again. We're going to roll again. Here we go. Percentage dice. Bum, 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 bum. Here we go. I rolled a 72. Oh my gosh. Hey, that's good. That's good. That's a good roll. Because look, we're gonna roll on magic item table B, which doesn't really have a whole bunch of like super powerful magic items on it, so that's okay. I'm okay with that. Oh, and we're gonna get art objects. Cool. All right, we'll do that. We'll keep that roll. Oh, I rolled a 72. Oh, I rolled a 72, and I was looking at art objects. You know what? we already put some gems in the game, so let's put some art objects in there. I think art objects is more interesting. So it's 2d4 art objects. So let's see what we get. I got 1 and a 2. So I got 3 25 gold piece art objects. So I'm going to put my magic items on a different row here. We got 2, no, I said 3. 3 art 25 gold pieces each. Now, there is a table in the DMG for determining what the art objects are. The art object tables aren't like super long, so you're not gonna get like a lot of options here, but it works. There's an online. Most people, I think, are probably aware of Donjon or whatever. I don't have it linked or anywhere, but that's like a random treasure generator, and you usually get a lot of different options when you roll using that. But we're just going to use the Dungeon Master Guide today because that's what we're staring at. I got to roll a d10. So a d10. Where's my d10? I got a 3. So a small gold bracelet is one of them. We'll say a small gold bracelet. 25 gold pieces. And let's roll again. See what we get. I got a 2. A carved bone statuette. Carved bone statuette. Worth 25 gold pieces. And where is my PDF? Roll again. A 3. A small gold bracelet. Reroll duplicates. That's a new rule. I just made that up. 8. A small mirror set in a painted wooden frame. Okay, cool. Small mirror set in a painted wooden frame. And like you're totally, I mean, if your imagination is better than the DMG, which is probably not hard to accomplish, they have like 10 types of art objects. You're totally welcome to just make up your own junk, obviously, for this sort of thing. Or customize it to the dungeon itself, things that might make sense to you. Totally legit way to go about doing that. But I am not imaginative, I'm lame and boring, so we just roll on the tables tonight. Alright, let's find out our... And it's faster, right? And I'm lame and boring. Let's find... Okay, magic item table B. I think we had to roll... We needed to determine how many times we're going to roll on it. 1d4 times. Alright, we're going to roll 1d4. 1d4. Philip asks if I am Luck Skywalker. I don't think so. I usually don't roll super well in my D&D games, and my players roll better than I, so usually I lose. I mean, I almost always lose, which is kind of the way the game is designed. All right, here we go. 1d4 times. I got a 3. Awesome. See? See? Proof. 3. All right, table B. Let's go find table B, shall we? Some scrolly action. You guys are just like, this is the lamest live stream ever. All he's doing is scrolling through the Dungeon Master Guide, like the whole live stream. All right, here we go. A D100, a D100. Where did that go? I crap you not. Oh, there it is. It's buried. The D6s were hiding my D10. They're bad. I got a 76 for the first one, which is Dust of Dryness. Oh, that's interesting. Dust of Dryness. Dude, we're going to have so many magic items in this low-level adventure. If I were picking up this adventure and reading through it and all the magic items, I would be like, this is stupid. They put too many magic items in a low-level adventure. But we're rolling on the tables, so I guess that's legit. All right. Dust of Dryness. Let's roll again. Let's roll again. I got a 21, which is a Potion of Fire Breath. Cool. Potion of Fire Breath. I love it. I love it. And after that, we're going to roll again. Roll again. Oh, nice. Flying Wrath says Google Art, then roll a d10 for the page, then pick one or just make another roll that you think is appropriate. Oh, that's pretty cool. Ted, we already rolled on table F, man. Try to keep up, huh? I gotta razz Ted a little bit. He always razzes me at the game table. He's like, he told me the other one of the game groups. He's like, he said that I don't have the rocks to kill the party. He like challenged me, and lo and behold, that game session, guess who died? All right. We got a 56, which is a spell scroll of 2nd level. All right. All right, somebody in the chat, let me know the name of a 2nd level spell for the scroll. 2nd level spell, let me know in the chat. First come, first serve. 2nd level spell scroll. Name. The name goes there. Fear. Is Fear a 2nd level spell? Okay. Fear. So then we're going to say Fear. Awesome. Awesome. You know, I like marketed this as like a collaborative live stream, but so far I've mostly been doing all of the rolling and work. I swear to you, we're going to get into the collaborative part. I swear to you. It's as soon as we get the loot made. I'm like, this is a collaborative live stream, and I'm just doing everything. You're all like, what a liar. All right, I think we have one roll to go. One roll to go. Ooh, a Phylacter of Love. Oh, Fear is level 3? What? All right. Paul says detect normal fires. Y'all gonna make me like, I gotta double check your work now. All right, detect normal fires. Let us look at our player handbook. This is like what I have to do with my players, right? I have to like double check their work to make sure that everything is like legit. Detect normal fires. Is that a spell? Are you messing with me, dude? You're totally making that up. That's not even a spell. Well, I mean, it's not in the player handbook. All right, what else we got? What else we got? Lesser Restoration. Feign Invisibility? You guys are screwing with me, man. You're just like throwing out spells that don't exist. All right. Lesser Restoration sounds like a level 2 spell. You guys are like, you're all testing me. It's like, this is the time to test Luke. Does he actually know what he's doing? Let's just throw out a bunch of spells that don't exist and see if he buys them. Uh-oh. My phone's going off. All right. Lesser Restoration. Level 2. All right. Who gave that suggestion? True Mate. You just won yourself a lollipop. Come by tomorrow and I'll get you a lollipop. All right, where are we at? Where are we at? What was I doing? Oh, the spell name. What was it again? Lesser Restoration. Yeah. Lesser Restoration. I don't even have any lollipops. I have no lollipops to give you. What could I give you? Oh, here we go. You got some of this. This is like cat food. Are you into that sort of thing? I mean, I've never tried it before. My cats like it. I'm sure I have something in the fridge I can get you as a reward, too. Flying Wrath is like stream trolls. I know. That is not a spell. Detect normal fires, ranges touch. Paul, that's awesome, dude. You just got inspiration. Good job, man. Detect normal fires. he's like, I want to feel around to see if there were any fires. Well, you walk over to the fire pit, and you put your hand in the campfire, and you take 2 points of fire damage and determine that there is a fire there. Awesome. Oh, there's a lollipop. Woo! Oh, Truemate says he's got to fly to America. Nice. Where are you, dude? Are you like... some people have told me where they're from before, and like, if I were a better human being, I'd like remember this stuff. I know I have one dude from like, I think Ireland, who sometimes tunes in and stuff like that. So anyway, I can't believe you actually checked your player handbook for it. Well, dude, like, I don't know everything, you know. It definitely exists within the realm of things that I don't know. That there is a fire. That there is a spell called Detect Normal Fires. Whales. Ah, cool, dude. That's awesome, man. Thanks for tuning in from, what do they call it? The other side of the pond. That's the normal thing. That's the expression I hear sometimes. All right, where are we at? I think we finish rolling on that loot table. I think we finished rolling on that loot table. There we go. So I think we're done rolling loot, and that only took us an hour of the stream. So Joshua Solt says, the next spell number you roll, I'll donate. I don't know what that means. I rolled, let's see. I rolled 50. So what's that? 50 bucks? David Wilson, what up, dude? Good to see you, man. He asked a question. He says, by the way, remember, guys, if you got questions, give me like a hashtag all caps question mark so that I can pick it out in the stream. Otherwise, like, my poor eyes can't find it. But he says, do you use Tome of Beasts and Creature Codex? If so, do you recommend them for new DMs? So I do not use them. I have Tome of Beasts. I glanced at it like a couple times. I don't know enough about them to give a recommendation either. Holy crap! He actually gave me 50 bucks. Joshua, dude, you the man. $50 super chat right there. Joshua is awesome. I've given you this offer before, Joshua. It stands on the table. If you are ever in the Michigan area, you are in one of my games. We're playing D&D. All right, man. You the man. So I appreciate that. That's awesome. That's the highest super chat I've ever had right there. Well, I have little options here. What do I have? It's funny. There's a little ellipses next to your super chat, and these are the options: go to channel, report, remove, put user in timeout, hide user on this channel, and add moderator. I wish I could give you some sort of like badge, some like cool like you rock, you're awesome badge. So there we go. Yeah, Joshua is one of my awesomest supporters. He is the moderator over on my Discord. By the way, you guys, if you're not on my Discord, check out my Discord. There's a lot of hopping cool stuff going on over there. Lots of dungeon masters helping each other out. Lots of cool stuff over there. So there's a link down in the description to the Discord server. Never one to miss an opportunity to plug the Discord, I suppose. He's my moderator over there. He actually built me a laptop and sent me a laptop, a pretty legit cool laptop. So he is the man. I do appreciate everything you've been doing to help the channel out, Josh. You rock. Totally rock. All right, anyway. Yeah, thanks for the super chat. Time out. All right, anyway, let's keep moving here. Where are we at? What am I doing? I just rolled loot. We had just rolled loot, and I think we're going to continue our adventure now, guys. We're going to continue our adventure. Continuing our adventure. I did want to do something real quick. What time is it? It's 9 o'clock. Hold on a second. I need to do something real quick. I'm gonna give you guys another quick little plug here. Tactical tokens. I want you guys. These little tactical token things are super cool. I wanted to show you these real quick. Hold on. Where are these? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Tactical tokens. I have a bunch of these things. So, this is not sponsored at all. This dude is not giving me any money to tell you guys this. I just like his crap, and I want to share it with you because I think that it's useful. He makes these little tokens, as you can see, like this. Oh, here's one. He made one for me with my dragon head on it, okay? And the tokens are colored on one side, and then the reverse side is like black and white. So like you can use these for miniatures at your tables, right? And when it dies, you flip it over, okay? These are like, they come out to a little over $1 each, so they're much cheaper than miniatures, and in my opinion, much cooler looking than those like paper cutout things that I've seen. So feel free to check his crap out. I definitely recommend it. They're really high quality too, and they stick together. Well, they used to stick together. No, these ones don't stick together anymore. They used to be sticky so that they would like stick to your battle map, but they have lost their stickiness. But they're really high quality. I think they're going to last a while. So anyway, that's it. I just wanted to tell you guys about that crap because I think it's cool. And I like to tell you guys about cool crap that you might find useful in your games. Anyway, let's get on with the show. On with the show. On with the show. Where am I at? We are gonna develop something here. Let's see what we have missing. T6. We have not built out room T6. Now let's take a look at T6. T6 is this room right here. All right, guys. So what we have so far. Let's take a quick review of our map and see what we have going on so far. Josh says the miniatures tackle box. We can all only wish to reach that level of DM. You guys, like, it's not just one tackle box. Like, I have a crap, like, you can see, like, over my shoulder here, like that table right there. That table over my shoulder right there, and all those little tiny, like thingies over there are, like have miniatures and crap in them. And I want more miniatures. I tell my wife every time it's like a birthday or a Christmas that I want more miniatures, but she always tells me that she won't give me any more miniatures until I paint the ones that I already have. And so I need to paint those things so that I can get more miniatures, which I clearly do not need more miniatures, but it's an addiction, I suppose. Anyway, so this is our like map we have. We have an entry hall. We have like a couple closets here. We put some skeletons and zombies in our closets. There's a hallway with some statues in it. And then there's a library here. We put a Nothic in the library. There is a contemplation cell here. I forget what's in there. There is an undead workshop. There are some like tables and things in here. And there are some former adventurers that will like rise up and attack when that room is disturbed. Over here in this contemplation cell T7, we put a vampiric mist to like probably do bad things to the party. Sorry. So what we want to do now is T6. We need to put something in T6. We need to decide what T6 is. We need to decide what the purpose of the room is. So give me ideas down in the chat, if you would be so kind, as to what the purpose of that room could be. It's just a circular room. It's got a couple columns, a couple pillars in it. But we need to determine what the room's purpose is. And then we're going to put something in that room. It could be something, a monster or a creature or some cultists. You know what? We actually haven't put any cultists in, except for in the entry hall. We haven't put any cultists in like our dungeon that is supposedly occupied by cultists. So I think that we should probably put some cultists in here. But what is the purpose of the room? You have any ideas? Any ideas at all? Because if you don't know what the purpose of the room is, we're going to go to the Dungeon Master Guide and we will roll randomly to determine what the purpose of that room is. Where is this? Doors, chambers, Random dungeon. There's actually a section. T7. The room we're looking at is T7. Oh, come on, baby. Come on, Photoshop. 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 Right there. This room right there. No, T6. I misspoke. T6 is the room we're looking at. The room that we want to roll those dice. What am I rolling dice for, man? Oh, for the random room generation? Okay. Well, we do. Oh, Seth Kingsbury's in the house. What up, dude? He says a room of worship. Could be a room of worship. We have up here T10. We've actually already decided that T10 is going to be a shrine of Orcus. So let's fill that out. T10 is a shrine of Orcus. So we have one room of worship, and we also have a contemplation. We have 2 contemplation cells, which are where people would also kind of worship their deities. So we already kind of have places of worship covered. So I think we might want to go with something different than that. Magic training room, a torture room, a panic room, a cultist break room. All right, dude. So there's like a microwave in there with like hot pockets and stuff. That's great. Cultist break room. And Truemate's Lee likes it. It has a spell of silencing on it so no one can hear them snoring on the couch. Dude, that's actually a great idea. Like, seriously. Like, we could say that the room is silenced, and that's not a bad idea. And that actually introduces an interesting element to the adventure, because the players will come into that room and they can't hear anything, and the area is silenced. So, like, if spellcasters try to cast spells, the spells don't work. That's actually not a bad idea. It introduces a little cool mechanic to the game. Paul says, "You're right, Truemate, you're right. Silence room would shut down the wizard while cultist melee." Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Paul says it's the Wandering Monster Lounge. It's where the monsters hang out until their number is rolled, and then one of the monsters goes to fight the adventurers. That's awesome, dude. Oh, now my stomach's rumbling. Now I'm hungry. I need some pizza. Who's going to order me pizza and send me pizza? I can give you my P.O. Box number. That's not going to help. I actually have pizza out in the garage. I'll probably get some after the stream. I like the idea of the cultist break room, honestly. I think that's really fun. We're going to do cultist break room. Dun dun dun. T6. Cultist. Come on, Luke, you can spell. Cultist. Cultish. Cultish. I apparently can't spell. What is the word? Cultist. Oh my gosh. You can tell that I am a professional writer. You can totally tell. Cultist break room. Alright, so what's going to be in a break room? What are the types of things that we would find in the break room? What's the purpose of the room? This room is a lounge and break area for the cultists when they aren't doing horrible cult activities. That's funny. Let's do a bulleted list. Oh wait, how have I been doing this? Oh, we just do a bulleted list of different things. So let's make that a bulleted list as well. There are 2 sofas. One, what is it? Like a lazy boy chair? What do you call those things? Like a chair, but the cushioned ones. What do we call those? Help me, guys. English language. The cushion chairs, like a lazy boy recliner, and one recliner. There are 2 sofas, 1 recliner, and 2 coffee tables in the room. There we go. And you know what would be interesting if the cultists were literally taking a nap? No, if the room is silenced and the cultists are taking a nap, then what's going to happen is the players are going to open up the door, just walk in, it's silenced, and they're just going to slit their throats. So I don't think that we want to have them taking a nap, right? Coloring books? Coloring books? Can there be a cultist in there that is just drinking coffee and thinks, hey, I never seen you guys around. Are you new? That's actually a good idea, dude, because it gives them a cushion chair, recliner, a lounger. No, not the comfy chair. It actually put an alarm on the door. Ooh, that's a good idea. Having them say, having one of the cultists say, hey guys, I've never seen you before. Are you new? That actually is not a bad idea because it gives their a reason to have an actual conversation as opposed to just fighting and stuff, which I always like that kind of stuff. A beanbag chair. Did they have beanbag chairs in the Middle Ages? Was that a thing? Something tells me that wasn't a thing. But I'm out of coffee. I have more coffee right over there. The next time that I pick my cup up and realize that I'm out of coffee, I'm probably going to get some. Actually, I have some water too. That's probably not a bad idea. Drink some water too. On the table are a few stacks of paper and writing utensils that the cultists use to draw cultish pictures. I don't know. I'm being silly now. But you guys said coloring book, and so that's the equivalent of coloring book, I think, to pass the time. There we go. All right. Air hockey. If disturbed, an air elemental will attack the party. Much put a silver piece in first to not be attacked. Oh, that's funny. I like it. New magic item. Beanbag chair of sitting. Foosball table. A chess set. Actually, a dragon chess set's a good idea. On the table are a few stacks of paper and writing utensils that the cultists use to draw blah, 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 blah. Yep. And we can say there is also a dragon chess set on the table. There we go. Boom. I like that. That's a good, because they're going to play dragon chess to pass the time. Would they actually pass the time in there while it's silenced? You know what I mean? Because you can't have any conversation if there's a silent spell in the room. You know what I mean? So I think I'm talking myself out of the silence idea. Although I think it's a really good idea. Maybe one of the cultists can cast silence or something. That might make it interesting. There we go. A union mandated break. What are we talking about? Union mandated break? No cultists attack because they are on break. That's awesome. All right, role-playing note. Okay, hold on. So we got to put some cultists in the room. We're gonna decide how many cultists are in the room, and then we're gonna make a role-playing notes right here. One of the cultists drinking coffee thinks. One of the cultists drinking coffee asks the heroes if they are new because he hasn't seen them before. Use this as an opportunity to allow the players to converse with the cultists if they so desire. And then we can also say the cultists are on break and not inclined to fight if they can avoid it. However, they will defend themselves. They're on break. A union mandated break. That's freaking hilarious. You see, Josh, you need to come join us more often, dude, because we're getting some awesome ideas here. I think our module, the module that we're designing is like the adventure we're designing is taking a turn for the silly. But I think that's interesting. So whatever. One of the cultists. There we go. How many cultists? So we need to roll up how many cultists are going to be here. Now we have. This is a level 3 adventure with 4 players. So we're going to go over here and we're going to grab my 5th edition encounter calculator. And there are 4 characters. They're level 3 calculate and a cultist. What level is a cultist? Well, we have a handy dandy reference up here. There's a cultist for 25 experience points, and there's also a cult fanatic. Now, the cult fanatic is like the spellcaster type for 450. So 25 and 450. Let's pop those numbers in. So 25, add a row, do 450. I think there's going to be like 1 spellcaster. I'm just punching some numbers in. So if there are 3 cult fanatics and if there are 3 cultists and 1 cult fanatic, we have a hard adventure, okay, or a hard encounter, and it's just a hard encounter. Like the adjusted difficulty rating is just above the hard threshold, so it's just hard. I'm fine with that. I think that's cool. What if we made it 4? That's still just hard. What if we made it 5? Wow. Let's go back down to 4. What if we have 2 of the cultists? Oh, that becomes deadly. Oh, that immediately becomes deadly. I don't think I want to make it deadly. So let's go back down to 1. And let's keep it at 4 is okay. Let's make it 3. You see, this is when I'm calculating like the challenge of an encounter like this, I just play around with the numbers until I get something that feels about right, you know. So there are 3 cultists and 1 cult fanatic in this room. Where is this? Cultist break room. The Union break room. Yeah, we'll say there are 3 cultists and 1 cult fanatic. And I think the standard, usually you bold these terms so that people can tell that they're monsters or that they're creatures from the monster manual or whatever. There are 3 cultists and 1 cult fanatic in the room, relaxing, drinking beverages, and playing dragon chess. There we go. Bam. We have a room. We have a purpose of the room. We have interesting stuff in the room. We have an encounter in the room. I think we're done with the room. Are we done with the room? Anything else we need to do about this room? Let me look at the chat. Truemate's leaving. See you, Trumate. Thanks for joining us, buddy. We'll see you next time. He's from the Wales over in Europe area stuff, England, Britain. So it's late for him. It's like 1 o'clock or something. So anyway. Oh, Philip has a question. All right, let's take a look. Oh! I told you this is the second time now I've looked at my coffee cup and seen that it's empty. So give me like 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Because I have like a coffee pot down in the basement so that like I don't have to go upstairs. I just come over here, get my coffee pot, get my coffee, and we're back in business. That's kind of warm.
That's like a genius comment. The coffee's a little bit warm, you think? All right, we're done with that room. I think we're moving on with that room. Oh, that's right. Philip had a question. How can I make traveling through a jungle more fun? I got a good idea from Josh Salt. It can wait. Okay, cool. I mean, encounters, right? Quicksand, vines, obstacles. There could be like a ravine they have to cross somehow, like a raging river. There could be an entire marsh that's like they have to figure out a way to get through it. You know, there could be monkey men that attack them. I don't know, stuff like that. Just, you know, things like that could be fun. So, wait, Paul Schreiber says a question has been asked 3 times. It must not be answered now. Oh, it must now be answered. What's the question, dude? I apparently am not seeing the question. Is that Philip's question? Are you talking about Philip's question, or is that a different one? I'm not trying to dodge the questions. Cameron says there should be a fat cultist who does a lot of bull rush attacks with his belly while eating donuts. All right, dude, you got it. You got it. You got it. All right. One of the cultists is morbidly obese. His preferred method of attack is bull rushing. Bull rushing enemies with his belly while dangling and eating food from one hand. Or both. Or both. There you go, Boot. There you go, buddy. That has been codified in the adventure. That's great. You know, I'm actually going to publish this adventure like this. You know, like this will be published and stuff, and I'll have to like have like some preface at the very beginning of it that you know, it's a disclaimer that explains that I am not responsible for all of the ideas contained within. Oh, Paul Schreiber says, you could blind someone by hitting them in the face with a powdered donut. That's awesome. Josh is like, he says, I actually love this. Yeah, I think this is funny. This is freaking hilarious. Some dungeon masters are gonna like look at this and they're gonna be like, this is stupid. This is like so totally. Other dungeon masters like me are just gonna laugh my butts off and be like, this is freaking hilarious. And there's nothing wrong. I mean, if you want to run a serious game and this isn't your style, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. I'm not judging you. I just think it's funny. All right. What about the cult fanatic has the alert feat? He could. Yeah. His name needs to be Kevin. Okay, dude. His name is Kevin. One of the cultists named Kevin. I mean, I think after giving me $50, like Josh, I mean, you have a little bit of persuasion power for things here. Oh, my phone's going off again. Okay. All right, let's move on to another room. Let's get another room done, guys. Another room. What are we on? Oh, what was T6? T6 was a cultist break room. Let's update that. Let's just call it a break room. There we go. Break room. Break room. Woo, 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 woo. What am I doing? What am I doing? That's not the right button. Break room. T6 is the break room. Awesome. And let's update our name here. Let's just call it a break room. There we are. That is updated. You know, that's actually one of my pet peeves. Like, crap you not. One of my pet peeves for maps in modules is that they only put, like, the number, like, you know, T1, T2, etc., but they don't put, like, the name of the room, like hallway or undead workshop or something.
And that's super annoying to me because it makes it so much easier to reference a map when you at least know the name of the room, because then you're like, oh, that's right, I remember the break room. There were these cultists in there. And, oh yeah, that's right, the library, there was a Nothic in there. And, oh, the Undead Workshop, that's where we had the former adventurers that would come to life. As a Dungeon Master, it's so much better to have, like, just a brief reference of the name of the room on the map so that I can just kind of know what they are. You know what I'm saying? So that really annoys me about the official modules. They don't actually do that. So I usually print off the maps and then I write the names of the rooms on the maps so that I have that for when I'm running my game. All right, we're gonna create a kidding. You can't give me the name of an NPC and then say you're kidding about it, dude. Name all the cultists after The Office. That's funny, man. I watched most of that, like almost all the episodes, almost all of them. Anyway, what are we doing? We're going to another room. T8. All right, guys. We are designing room T8. See that bad boy right there? What is the purpose of that room? What is the purpose of that room? Now, its sister room over here, T5, was an undead workshop. What should that be? If we don't know, then I will roll randomly, and we will decide what that room is. The map is roughly resembling a beholder. Is this on purpose? Actually, we named this adventure the Beholden Temple. I believe in Stream 1 or Stream 2, and we did that intentionally because it resembles a beholder. So I didn't make the map. That Justin dude from Random Encounters, linked down in the description, made the map. It's possible it intentionally resembles a beholder. I'd have to ask him, but I definitely agree. That's why we called it the Beholden Temple. Anyway, let's see. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? T8. What's it for, guys? A fight pit. So Philip says that it could be a fight pit. Could be. Why would the cultists... So we need to answer the question. If it's going to be a fight pit, and this is on you, Philip, why would the cultists have a fight pit in their temple of Orcus? I mean, I'm not saying that there isn't a reason. There could be one. I just want you to give me that reason. British Office was the best. I never watched the British Office. Do you have an armory? We do not have an armory. We do not have an armory at all. And we're getting low. We are getting low on rooms. So up here we have a Shrine of Orcus. T9 is... We don't know what T9 is going to be. But honestly, T9 does not look like it would be an armory at all. T11 is where, like, the Necromancer is going to be. And I think T12 is probably going to have, like, the Ublex in it, would be my guess. Or maybe the Mind Witness. One of those two would probably be in T12. So, if we're going to have an armory, then T8 would make sense to have an armory. Do we need to have an armory? Or would the cultists just kind of carry their weapons around with them and stuff? Like, if this were like a military establishment, like a base of soldiers and stuff like that, totally agree that we would have an armory. Cultists might not have use of an armory in their place. Not saying that's a bad idea. I'm just thinking it through. You know what I'm saying? A torture room. A torture room. Infighting, the torture room is to recruit hesitant recruits. Possibly. Make slaves fight creatures. A janitorial supply closet. That's awesome. The break room, living or sleeping quarters. Oh, you know what? That's a good point, dude. We don't have any like living or sleeping quarters. Now, oh, you know what, dude? This is what I'm thinking. That's a good point, dude. That's a great point. Good Kid Media, what up, dude? Welcome to the stream. Says a chanting chamber. Could be a chanting chamber. We have 2 contemplation cells, so that's probably a good place to chant if you're gonna be chanting. So, what was I gonna say? T9. T9 actually looks like a pretty good place to have living quarters, because, you know, there are places here for like bunk beds and crap, and then this could be like another private chamber for like the higher level cultists and stuff. I imagine the necromancer who's up in T11 is going to. There are some adjoining rooms here that the necromancer himself could have as his quarters. So I think T9 is going to be the barracks, or we'll call it the living quarters. Yeah, whoa. I just got some lorem ipsum thrown on here. So T9 is our living quarters. I still don't know what T8 is, but there are lots of good suggestions. I kind of like the idea of a torture room just because, like, they're cultists of an evil, like, is Orcus a deity? What's Orcus? Yeah, Orcus is the deity of death, right? Yeah. So I kind of like the idea of there being a torture room for an evil deity of death. Because if you need more undead to fill out your army, right, then, like, you got to kill people. And what better way to kill people than torturing them, right? People are like, this guy's crazy. I'm leaving this stream right now. All right, what is an evil dungeon without a torture chamber? That is what lorem ipsum. Go away, lorem ipsum. I guess it's a torture chamber. Torture chamber. Torture chamber. What's the question? So Bodkin says, what's the undead workshop? Well, the undead workshop is where they actually will take the corpses and they'll, like, reanimate them. And so they have, like, we put a bunch of junk in there. Let's see what we have. Counters and tables full of corpses and spare body parts are scattered about the room. Various tools and other implements lie about the tables. The air is thick and heavy, filled with the stench of rotten flesh. So this is basically where they will, like, reanimate the corpses and turn them into undead, possibly having to, like, do certain things to them. So that's the idea there. All right. Flying Wrath says, who wants to bet on when he pleads the fifth? Who, me? Have you seen Mordenkainen's Tomb of Foes, page 34? It's about cults. Yeah. Well, I think in a different stream we were looking at that for a moment, and I think we did something actually with that. Hold on a second. We did something with that stuff, I swear. Yeah, right here. Cult of Orcus. Cultists gain the Undying Soul trait, and Malik gains the Aura of Death trait from Mordenkainen's Tomb of Foes, page 31, per Orcus demonic boon. So yes, we did incorporate some of that stuff into the adventure. All right, so T9, what did we say? We said torture chamber, right? Is this right? No, not T9. What are we on? We're on T8. We're on T8, and I can't see that because they got cut off. There we go. That's better. Torture chamber. Why is that center aligned? Oh, that's left aligned. What about center aligned? Oh, that's not going to work. Left aligned is better. Keep it left aligned. You see, I'm the only one that cares about the alignment of that text right there. Everybody else is like, Luke, just put some crap in that room, all right? Put some torture implements in there and stop worrying about the alignment of the text. All right. So T9. No, not T9, dude. Where's T8? It goes from T7 to T9. Let's make a T8. Torture chamber. All right, we got to put some crap in here. We got to flesh this room out. All right, guys, I want you to brainstorm some stuff that would be in this room. What are some torture implements that we need to have in this room? I want some ideas down in the chat. I want some nasty torture crap, whatever that happens to be, down in the chat. Hook me up with some ideas. And while you are brainstorming ideas, I'm going to give another plug to some crap that I like. Where is this crap that I like? Where is this stuff? I have to go searching for it. All right, so if you guys saw my latest video that came out on Tuesday, I did like a review of DungeonFog. This is DungeonFog right here. And this is really cool. Some really legitimate maps and crap. So I actually have my own special URL, the DM Lair and crap on it. So if you're looking for a map making tool for your RPGs or Dungeons and Dragons game, then I recommend DungeonFog. It is browser based. It's pretty easy to use. It is free. Totally free. You can go in here and use this thing. Now, of course, you don't get access to everything with the free version. If you pay to get like a subscription, then you get access to all of the tools, which are really freaking sweet. So I recommend this. I mean, I'm not going to recommend crap that I think sucks, right? And if you can use the promo code, the DM Lair, to get 10% off a yearly subscription as well. Now these dudes are kind of like a sponsored thing and stuff, so like I get kickbacks and crap like that, so full disclosure, but they are really good. I recommend them. So there you go. There's the plug for that crap. Check them out if you feel so inclined. And you can just use the free version too if you want. Absolutely. So there you go. There's my plug. I'm done. Let's get back to the regular scheduled content. All right. Sweetness. Oh, there's a link down below in the description to DungeonFog too if you want to check them out. So there you go. Bam. Done. All right. All right, so we got some ideas for crap to go in this room. I hear dolls. Iron Maiden. Okay, hold on. We got to start typing some of this crap down. All right. This chamber contains lots of torture implements, as one would probably guess. There we go. There are 2 Iron Maidens. What else we got? Wiggles. It contains wiggles. Is that a torture implement? Hooks on the walls. Nice. Bodies. Okay, hooks on the walls with corpses dangling from them. Nice. I love it. Wait, good idea, Bogan. Yeah. What did Bogan say? Somebody's saying he had a good idea, but I didn't. I might have missed it. If you had a good idea that I missed, drop it again, buddy, so I don't miss it. What do we got? Teddy bears. Teddy bears and tea sets? What? What? Cameron, dude, whatever you're smoking, man, you got to start sharing. No, not really. I don't do drugs. I do not endorse drugs. Why would I endorse drugs? That's stupid. It's a joke, ladies and gentlemen. It's a joke. What do we got? Creepy dolls. What if there are dolls in there and those attack you? Oh, that'd be cool. Little creepy dolls. They're like constructs or something. That'd be interesting. One of my ears just like all the sound went away. That's weird. I got my cat down here. My cat Chipper wants attention. He's down here rubbing against me. A branding iron. Okay, well if there's a branding iron, there needs to be I'm gonna say this wrong. Brazier? Nope, that's the wrong one. Brazier. I do this all the time, you guys. Like, I crap you not. Like, I'll be running a game, and if Ted's here, he what do you want to call it? He can attest to this. That I get these words confused. It's brazier. It's brazier, but I often will say brazier, which is not what I mean. How to D&D is in the house. What up, dude? Remember to take a break. Okay, break's over. All right. Anyway, moving on. We're almost done, actually. We're gonna end this about 10 o'clock, ladies and gentlemen, because I get tired and stuff, and I want to sleep. So we're gonna finish this room out probably, and then we'll be done. So let's rock this out. What do we have? We had some stuff up here. Pool of acid. Oh no, we were doing a brazier. A brazier with several. What were the names of those things, guys? The branding irons. With several branding irons. A burning brazier with several red hot branding irons. Red hot branding irons. There we go. Awesome. Oh, a torture table. Oh yeah, a rack. The torture table that stretches your limbs is called a rack. 2 Iron Maidens and a rack. That's what it's called, right? Can we go to, let's go to, okay, Google. It's just called a rack, right? Yeah. It's just called a rack. Rack for torture. Yeah. We got some images and stuff. Okay, Google has confirmed. Google has confirmed. Thank you, Google. We appreciate that. Let's see what else we got in the chat. What about something that looks like a really gnarly surgical theater? Okay, there is. Yep, I gotcha. There are 2 tables with 2 tables with straps for securing victims, and another table nearby with several nasty looking torture tools on it. That's very descriptive. I don't know. I mean, I've never tortured anybody before, so I don't know what the names of like all of those tools and knives and stuff, hooks or whatever that you would use to torture people are. So I don't know what the names of those would be, which is probably a good thing that I've never tortured anybody before, I'm going to guess. So, what else we got? An Iron Maiden, a couple a stretching rack. Yeah, let's call it a stretching rack. Because a stretching rack is probably more descriptive and people will understand what that means better. Oh, my screen just went black again. There, it came back. Thank you. 2 vials that drip, 1 acid and 1 healing, so the pain never ends. Haha, that's awesome. That's a great idea. You could have vials of acid in a cabinet. Oh, let's do that. Let's do that. A cabinet that contains, let's say 2d6 vials of acid and 2d6 healing potions. Oh, I think they're called potions of healing. Potions of healing. 2d6. The average of 2d6 is going to be about 6 of them. And a healing potion is worth 50 gold pieces. So that's 300 gold pieces, basically, that we're putting in this room for healing potions. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to go down to my loot list, and I'm going to subtract 300 gold pieces from the loot, which doesn't exist. That's roughly the silver pieces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the copper pieces by a little bit and reduce my silver pieces. And what I'm basically trying to do is I'm trying to account for the value of the vials of acid and the healing potions by taking that out of the loot list, if that makes sense. Because we'd already rolled loot, and I don't want to place like free loot in that room, if that makes sense. Everything should be rusty. Thumb screws, yes. Oh, you guys are awesome. These are great ideas. Contains lots of torture implements. All of them rusty. All of them rusty. For increased pleasure. Increased pain. Alright, cool. Let me see. With several nasty looking torture tools on it. Such as thumb screws. Nice. Good call, Joel. Joel has apparently tortured people before. Just throwing that out there. He knows what thumb screws are, so. Alright. 7. Somebody is saying that 7 is good at this. What did he say? Did he have some suggestions? Oh, yeah, the acid and the healing? Yeah, totally. That was a great idea. Oh, nice. Wiggles has some stuff. A table of surgical devices, like a scalpel, a lancet, a drill, surgical scissors, and some bottles of unidentified liquids. All right, cool. I'm just going to copy-paste that, buddy. Copy-paste. Copy-paste. I love a copy-paste. A good old copy-paste. There we go. Done. Done. A falchion used to gut people. Awesome. Super tasty meal in a can and no can opener. Dude, you are so cruel. How could you... We could give them a can of hash. A can of corned beef hash with no can opener. They would, like, salivate to death. Okay? No, dude. We're torturing people, okay? We're not... That's too far. That is crossing the line. All right? I might need to put you in a timeout after that comment. We have an Iron Maiden in there. 7 is the average of rolling a d6. 2d6. Okay, thank you. You're right. I'm sure. It is. The average of a 1d6 is actually a 3.5, and so the average is 7. Yep. I'm a writer. That's my excuse. A hot iron mask. Oh, man. Ugh. That could be in the brazier. The brazier. I said it again. There's a hot iron mask in the brazier. In the brazier. Why are those two words so similar? Like, seriously. Why do they have to be, like, so close to each other? It's like they were designed to make me stumble over my tongue. A burning brazier with several red-hot branding irons and a heated iron mask. That is so nasty. Oh my gosh. Wow. Could you survive that? Like, could you survive having a red-hot iron mask put on your face? Oh man, I think that would just kill you. Ugh. All right. I think you guys, lots of great ideas here. Flying Wrath says a Nickelback album playing at maximum volume. How do we not have chains yet? I have no idea, dude. Hooks. Yeah. Say chains and hooks on the walls with corpses dangling from them. There you go. Now we have chains. We now have chains. I think we're done with torture implements, guys. This is getting a little too much torture. Everybody's like, we could spend the whole live stream just talking about torture devices. A section of floor covered in Legos they have to lay on. Oh, while listening to Nickelback. I don't, I mean, I know Nickelback is a band, but, like, I guess I don't listen to them often enough to know what they sound like. I'm assuming that at least one of you doesn't like them, so. My cat down here just wants attention. It's going nuts against my leg. All right, so what else? Okay, so torture chamber. What are we going to put in the torture chamber as far as, like, a creature or something? We already put some cultists in the break room. I imagine that we're going to have a bunch of cultists, stand by, over here in the living quarters. So, could we put something different in the torture chamber besides a cultist? Or, if we do put a cultist or two in there, some other type of monster. I want something different besides... Because, if you go to one room and there are cultists and you kill them, and there's another room and there are cultists and you kill them, and there's another room with cultists and you kill them, it gets a little old after a while, so you want to, like, switch things up. So, something besides a cultist.
I'm going to go look at our brainstorming list that we have up here. We have zombies and skeletons. No, we've already put them in the adventure. We have not put... you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to highlight the monsters we have not used yet. We've used that. We've used that. A ghoul. We have not used a ghoul yet. A specter. We used that. We used that in one of our rooms. The Nothic we used. Ogre zombie. We've not used an ogre zombie. A mind witness. The adult, Oblex, Ublex, whatever, and the mage. We've not used any of those. Would it make sense for either the mind witness or the Ublex to be in this room? Like, I was envisioning. So I was thinking. I mean, we have several rooms left. So the necromancer, the mage, is going to be in T11. We have a Shrine of Orcus. There definitely should be something in the Shrine of Orcus. T12, I was kind of thinking either the Ublex or the Mind Witness would be in there. We could put one of them in the torture chamber, or we could have, like, we might have the Mind Witness be with the mage, but I almost wanted the necromancer to have some cultists with him. Some minions that could do his bidding or something in that fight right there. So we could put, like, the Mind Witness in the torture chamber. You know, I mean, I think that kind of makes sense. You have the Mind Witness in there, like, torturing people, you know, stealing their memories and stuff like that. Maybe using some of these implements. Does that make sense? What do you guys think? A ceiling cat? I don't even know what a ceiling cat is. Animated armor. Someone to help make the cultists appear more evil. An undead torturer, a shrieking NPC, a tickle monster. A tickle monster? I'm drinking coffee. You guys are drinking something else, I think. I'm looking for some ideas. A water dunking machine. We're done with torture devices. I don't want to put any more torture devices in there, despite how good they might be. Feral dogs that have been chained in tiny cages and left to starve. So when let loose on an intruder, there is no mercy. Ooh. Ooh, that's interesting. A ooze hidden under a glass jar. From the outside, it looks like it's filled with black. I think an NPC the players should help in there. Yeah, we can put an NPC. Let's put an NPC in there that's, like, currently being tortured. That they have to, like, rescue him or something. I like that idea. We need an enemy. Make the torturer a previous prisoner in a painful iron mask. When he causes pain, the mask turns off for a while. Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting idea. I like that. An old troll lost its regeneration and teeth with an eye patch. Yeah. A golem. A golem. It could. However, this is an adventure for level 3 players, or PCs, and most of the golems are going to be way out of their pay grade. A succubus. A dominatrix. Get gravy, man. You guys are killing me around here. We have an undead. What if we put an ogre zombie? Yeah, like some sort of undead torturing beast. Okay, and we're gonna use the ogre zombie stat box. Something like yeah. I got it. All right, let's go down here. Where is this? Torture chamber. What's the name? What's the name of the torturer? We need a name. It's not actually going to be an undead. It's not actually going to be an ogre zombie. We're just going to use the stat block of the ogre zombie. It's going to be some other, like, horrific undead creature that I'm going to describe here. I'll write a description for it. But I need a name for it. Bob. I vote Wiggles. Give me some suggestions. I will roll a die, and we'll pick the name via die. So we got Wiggles and Bob so far. Yes, an undead surgeon. All right. And we're going to say occupant.
Occupants. In the room is an undead. An undead. What do you call an undead? What do you call like a torturer? What is there? Is there like an actual term for somebody who tortures others? A torturer? A torturer? Is that the term? Carl. Rayan. The torturer is an undead monstrosity named Carl. In the room is an undead torturer named Luke. I can't name it after myself, man. We got Bob, Wiggles, Bob the Bobby, Carl, Rayan. All right, we got lots of people saying Carl. Rand Paul. All right, that's not eligible. I got 5. I'm gonna roll a d6. I got a 2. Wiggles! Wiggles! You have an NPC named after you. You are an undead torturer named Wiggles. He specializes in making his victims wiggle. An undead torturer named Wiggles. He is, let's say it is a hulking beast. Hulking beast with pale white skin that wears not but a loincloth and several spike-covered leather straps about his torso. Yeah, and torso and limbs. There we go. It also wears an iron mask. A spiked iron mask. There we go. All right, Wiggles. Is this what you look like in real life? Does this at all resemble what you look like in real life? I'm curious now. We made Wiggles famous. Use the ogre zombie stat block. There we go. And that is how you create a custom monster. Just reuse a stat block. Oh, Brogdon says it sounds awfully like a flesh golem I was suggesting. All right, that's cool. We'll just use a stat block that's more appropriate for the adventure that we got going on. All right, sweetness. Wiggles the torturer. Now that ogre zombie by himself is not going to be a challenge for the party. They will destroy him in like one round. So we got to give him some minions or something that will fight on his side. Crawling claws, you guys. He could be covered with somebody had an idea for dogs in cages as well. So we could have some dogs in cages, and he could open them up and let them out or something. What if he were covered with crawling claws, and they're just like all over him. They're crawling all over him. That kind of like amplifies like the horror aspect of it, right? And if he gets into a fight, these crawling claws just kind of like they swarm down off from him to attack people. Brodkin says, why did this conversation make me hungry? I'm hungry. I'm like seriously hardcore hungry right now. I want my pizza. This coffee is not cutting it. Coffee. All right. Crawling claws. We're doing crawling claws because we had brainstormed that, but we didn't actually use it. All right, so we have used our ogre zombie, so we're going to unhighlight that. We're going to use our crawling claws. Now they're 10 XP. I don't think that's going to work. Like, here is, so 10 XP.
What? How can that possibly be... Well, that's easy. See, if we just have that ogre by himself, it's easy. It's not bad to have an easy encounter in a dungeon, you know. But if we have that undead torturer by himself, not only is it an easy encounter, but it's a one monster encounter, which usually becomes surround and pounds and are usually uninteresting. So we definitely want something else. But I think crawling claws are good. What if we give it like 6 crawling claws? Crawling claws are gonna die so quickly. It seems like. Let's actually look up crawling claws in the monster manual, because I want to see how bad. Oh, a drawing error occurred. This is why I don't use Adobe Reader. It doesn't like my PDFs. Ah! I'm trying to get a feel for how powerful a crawling claw actually is. Armor class 12, nothing. Hit points 2, nothing. And it has a +3 to hit and does a tidbit of damage. That's not that bad. That's not that bad. It's tiny. Yeah, let's give some crawling claws to this dude. My monitor keeps turning black. 6 crawling claws. There we go. There we go. In this room is an undead torturer named Wiggles. It is a hulking beast, blah, 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 blah. It also wears... And then we will say 6 crawling claws cling to Wiggles. Yes. Nice. I love it. I don't think we bold the 6. Whatever. Nobody cares. And we will say that Wiggles is currently torturing. Give me a race. I need a race. The race of the NPC that Wiggles is currently torturing. Let's go. Let's go. Rot grubs. Ooh, that sounds fun. Something scary shouldn't be easy to defeat. That's a good point. That's a good point. How many hit points does an ogre have? Maybe we can just increase its hit point pool and make it more difficult. I think I like the way you think, man. Something scary should not be should not be easy to defeat. So zombies. Oh man, another drawing error. Ugh. Ah. Ah. This is why I opened this stuff up in Firefox, because this stuff can't draw my PDF. So we're going to open this in Firefox. Stand by. Not Firefox. Not Firefox. That's not the word I wanted. Foxit Reader. That's the word I wanted. Stand by. I'm opening this in a different program. Zombie. What happened? No. What was that? It's like update. Hey, it looks like you're in the middle of a live stream. Do you want to update your software? No. An ogre zombie has 85 hit points, armor class 8. You know what we're going to do? We're going to beef him up a little bit. Let's beef him up. Because let's make his armor class a little higher. Let's give him an armor class of 14, and let's make his hit points like about 145. Let's make him beefier. Still the same amount of damage. I'm just like thinking, is that too much? Meh. Meh. Use the zombie stat block with the following changes. Armor class 14, hit points 145. We should... It's a hulking beast with thick
toughened, pale white skin. That accounts for the armor class being higher. There you go. There, I think we made him a little bit tougher. There's actually, like, monster building stuff in the Dungeon Master Guide. We could reference that to see, like, roughly where this kind of, like, falls within challenge ratings and then calculate stuff, but I don't think that we made this too horribly scary. Or too horribly challenging, I should say. I hope it's scary, but not like, gonna kill them. So, there you go. I'd ask for a race for the NPC that was being tortured. A dwarf. What's a dwarf? Flying wraith. A dwarf? Oh, dwarf. Okay, gotcha. I'm like, I don't know what that is. Dragonborn, half elf, not an elf, halfling, a gnome. Oh, I love torturing gnomes. What is my cat doing? Hey, knock it off. My cats are doing inappropriate things over there on the couch. How about a random enemy race such as a kobold or goblin so the PCs might hesitate to help the victim? I like it. All right, there we go. Detour. Flying Wraith says maybe I'm just crap at English. Hey, dude, we're all crap at English. That's a curse. That's the curse of our society, I think. Anyway, goblin. Yeah, let's make it an orc. What about an orc? How about an orc? I think that's good. I like torturing gnomes and stuff. I like the idea of torturing like a typical enemy race because it makes it more interesting as an NPC, in my opinion. So, it's currently torturing an orc. There we go. An orc named... What's the name of the orc? Give me a name. Give me a name. Role-playing the orc. If the heroes rescue the orc, he is inclined to fight the cultists with them if they ask. There you go. Potential ally. Potential ally. What's the name of the orc? Bork the orc. Wiggles, just because you're a torturer doesn't mean you get to name our orc. Dude, we're not naming the orc after me. I don't look like an orc. Wait. Ixpips. Are you saying I look like an orc? I don't talk like an orc. I don't look like an orc. But maybe I am an orc. Give him an English accent. Michael Grimes, what up, dude? Welcome to the stream. Roderick the orc. Grak. Groth, the last of the common. His name is Hagrish. Wheel. Brodkin says his name should be Wheel. Name orc. All right, I'm rolling a die. I'm rolling a d10. Rolling a d10, and then I'm going to work up from the bottom. Where's my d10? Where's my d10? I rolled a 1. The name is Pizza. That's not a name. Hagrish. Hagrish is the name. Hagrish. Wiggles is currently torturing an orc named Hagrish. All right, Wiggles. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Flying Wraith says, might help if you had dental. Does the DM layer do dental? What do you mean, do I do dental? I cannot believe there is no dental. Dental what? Do you want a job? Do I have a dental package? Yes? Alright. Apparently I missed something in the chat. Anyway, moving on. A dental plan. I mean, I have a dental plan with where I work. Actually, yesterday I had my cleaning. Unless your name is Lucas, fix that typo on page 6. Oh, where? Actually, that is my full legal name, Lucas. I just go by Luke. So yeah, there you go. Now you know. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe. Oh, that was random. Apparently, I need to go to bed. Are we finished with this room, guys? Did we finish this room? The torture chamber? We have crap in it. We have an awesome undead torturer named Wiggles. We have a stat block. We have 6 crawling claws. Wiggles is currently torturing an orc named Hagrish. And let's say, if disturbed, Wiggles growls for the heroes to leave him be. If they do not leave, Wiggles attacks. Sure, why not? Suffix. Dum ba bum ba bum ba bum ba bum. If the players give the orc a healing potion or heal him, then he is inclined to help them. Yeah, that's a good idea. If the heroes rescue the orc and heal him at least a little bit, he is inclined to fight the cultists with them. There you go. Otherwise, he wants to leave. If the heroes rescue the orc, heal him at least a little bit, and give him a weapon. There we go. That seems reasonable. Hagrish the Horrible. All right, Wiggles, you got it. Hagrish the Horrible. Role-playing Hagrish the Horrible. Bam. Good deal, good deal, good deal, good deal. I like it. Oh, where is he being tortured? What device? I don't know. Which one? What is he being tortured on? Not the Iron Maiden, because then you wouldn't be able to see him. The stretching rack. The burning brazier. Yeah, maybe he's strapped. Okay, so Wiggles is currently torturing an orc named Hagrish the Horrible. On the stretching rack with hot brands. There you go. Bam. Got it. Yeah, the rack. Absolutely. All right, guys. Let's take a quick review here. See what we got going on. I think we're pretty much done for tonight. I'm a wasted, tired, need some pizza, need to take a break, need to rest, all that kind of good stuff. So we're winding down here. I just want to take a look here at what we got going on. We have finished everything except for T9, the Living Quarters, T10, the Shrine of Orcus, T11, and T12. So that is what we have left remaining. So we definitely have at least one live stream ahead of us to get this finished. So that's the deal. We are going to try to finish this in our next live stream 2 weeks from now. The date is 2 weeks from now. I'm not going to look it up for you. I'm too tired. I might do another live stream before then to just do like a question and answer live stream, because I think I like those. I think those are fun, and I think those are useful for folks. So keep your eyes open. I might just like off the cuff decide to go live next Friday or something like that. So just keep an eye out for that. So there we go. What is the start time? I mean, the live streams almost always start at about 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern U.S. time. So like right now for me, it's 10:30 roughly. I think if you're over like on the East Coast, no, if you're over on the West Coast, it's later. No, it's earlier for you. It's earlier for you. I don't know. I don't know how to convert time. I always go to time.gov and they'll convert it for me. But it's 8 p.m. Eastern time is when the live streams usually go down. Usually on Fridays. Those are the days that just work best for me, you know. So yeah, there we go. I think we're done for tonight, guys. This has been awesome. We've got a lot of good progress made on this. Lots of great ideas. 4 Elemental just joined us, it looks like. So thanks a lot, everybody, for joining us. Thank you, Josh, again, for hanging out with us, for the big, huge super chat. Really cool, dude. I appreciate it tons and tons. So everybody, thanks for the live stream. We're going to get this done, I promise, eventually. And until next time, let's play D&D. No, I'm not ready. I'm not ready for my closing because I didn't have the screen up where I can click to stop the live stream. So there we go. I'm going to click it now. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I will see you all next time in the next video.